I'm sure glad that I am not in the driver's seat.
Alright, time for this case.
In the last episode, we ruined everything. I don't know, were we supposed to not charge anyone?
You have the
like,
address?
It's the alley off.
We definitely didn't have evidence on the other guy.
And Alameda.
You're kidding.
I mean, it must have been
the
the
next one will be
other
opposite
guy.
Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
Oh, don't tell me it didn't occur to you.
Any Central Unit, Car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8
Whoa.
and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
Whoa. So, like, it's a sandbox game, but when they actually gave us an opportunity to do sandboxy stuff, they just skipped to the next mission.
Yep. In fairness, the sandboxy stuff we would have done would simply be to, like, appear at a location and, like, chase someone down a different alley.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Alright.
She did.
Dead naked chick number 3.
Hat trick.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Touch that woman.
Something in her hand.
Oh, this is pretty graphic. You're not doing a very good job of
21 years old.
blacking that out.
But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Half a library card.
Right?
The lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Alright.
Killing force.
So she was strangled, or was her neck cut?
Kiss the blood. BD.
Was BD on the last corpse?
Yeah, it's on at least one of them.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Interesting.
Only one of them was a wedding ring so far. The other one was like a garnet ring on her middle finger or something.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Alright.
Better get a looking.
More evidence. What's
I
this?
bet like the one clue we didn't find in the last
She took a
case
blow
was
to the
like
head like the others. She was probably
his
unconscious when
fingerprints,
strangled.
blood, and semen on like something important.
Okay, so all I can do is lean this back and forth.
Lean back. Lean back.
That's helping.
Lean back. Come on.
I'm not doing that. There's a tripod here. Okay, so...
May as well follow the trail.
Is there anything else around here before I start doing that?
Medical examiner's tools. He must have killed her.
Of course!
Occam's razor. Mission successful.
What is that? It's a piece of white thing.
It's like half a paper cup or something? I don't know.
Is this a tea bag?
Hehe, teabag.
Good job. You win. Alright, let's follow the blood trail.
I always do.
Can't even run. Alright, so we go here.
You can run when you get a little ways from
Phelps,
it.
you'll want to come and take a look at this.
It's a hat.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
It's a terrible name.
It's not a good name.
Okay, so...
It sounds like a drag queen.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
I can't go in the door?
Probably not. What, do you think something important might be in there?
Well, it looked like that's where they came from.
Right, but how would that be important to the case?
What's this? What do you got? More blood? Oh. Okay. So, but whose blood is it? Was it hers?
You found something.
Wow, is this really just going to be like follow the trail to the murderer?
On it goes.
I hope so.
That would be awesome. Maybe we'd actually get a case right for once.
I find that unlikely. We'd still manage to screw that up.
That's probably
If he was like literally in the process of murdering someone else, we would still manage not to catch him.
Oh.
Is that another teabag?
No, it's a key.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
That's an odd thing to do with house keys.
I guess it is. So
You're not sure that that's a weird thing to do with house keys?
You'd never done that before?
I mean, only when I was trying to trap you. And as I recall, it worked too well.
Did do that.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
It's dice!
Wow, really? It is dice.
253.
That's easy. Alright, so...
No, it's a code. We have to break it. Break the code.
253.
Break it with a hammer.
Probably all the way to City Hall that breaks.
Okay. So up? Wow, seriously?
Where are you taking us?
Like, clearly he did this on purpose.
What
This is not accidental.
What is going on here?
Not accidental.
Let's jump. For the record, I'm not holding down run. He's just acting like a weirdo, all on his own. Alright.
Hey, some blood. Unexpected. I'd love it if you, like, went in that pigeon cage and got trapped there by the murderer.
Got you!
How did that work?
What's this? More evidence!
Oh,
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
it's a makeup thing.
Okay. This is the longest, like, stretched out crime scene I've ever seen.
As I said, this is, like, clearly intentional. Like, that doesn't happen accidentally.
Trail points up.
Trail points. What if he was going the other way, huh?
Yeah. Maybe it happened up here and he dragged her down and she was, like, bleeding and clawing until she died. That's a happy thought.
Another house key? Another...
Pulled from the finger and hung up here.
What?
What's the significance?
It's the missing ring.
What?
It's weird.
Okay, yeah, this was clearly...
Like, so far, this is the most interesting case we've had in, like, a month of real time.
Yeah.
There you go, Phelps. We got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Wow. Leading us to... purse with...
Oh my god, I hope there's a matchbook in it.
The killer!
He jumps out.
Got you! The other half.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Wow. This is a weird case.
This is way more interesting than the others. Like, there's actually a mystery with the crime itself.
Yeah. Alright, so now I guess we go to our house. Get in the car! How did we get our car back?
What do you mean? What happened to the car? Why wouldn't we have the car?
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband.
That's affirmative.
looking-
He's so intense about
Get
that.
him? We've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway.
Ooh, I do,
But
I
doesn't
do.
the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways
Rusty
of
is a
getting it.
terrible
I'm sure.
person.
More than that, he's probably the worst cop I've ever heard of.
He's the murderer.
And, like, there's some really terrible cops in Phoenix Wright, and they're all better than he is.
That's really sad.
Like, there are really terrible cops in Phoenix Wright. What's the name of it? There's, like, this really, like, bumbling one that you meet later on.
It's gonna be a miracle.
And, like, he's just, like, always shouting at you through a bullhorn inappropriately.
Seriously?
Yeah. But, like, he does, like, nothing right. There's another detective who's really slow-witted, who's in it for, like, almost the entire series, and is very... He causes at least as much trouble as he does to help you.
At least he's not a misogynist.
Yeah, no, he's actually a genuine person.
That's cool.
He's very nice to the ladies. Detective Dick Gumshoe is his name. Dick Gumshoe.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay. What's up, lady?
I'm sorry. Can I?
You murdered your wife!
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara.
Trick
LePage,
question.
the owner of
She's
the
dead!
house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so,
He doesn't
ma'am.
live anywhere.
Mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor.
Follow me into the chamber of sadness.
Swap your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Oh my god, it's on fire!
Well, we'll have to question her tomorrow.
But what if the fire kills us in the meantime?
Well, that's just too bad then. I guess the murder goes unsolved.
Well, it probably would have gone unsolved either way, in fairness.
That's true. All right, see you tomorrow.